Hey, what's up guys? It's Riku. Welcome back to another video. Now, this shit is gonna be very quick. And if you see my gloves, don't mind these. I'm not no cartel dealer. I'm taking care of my grandpa and I have to clean his toilet. So, that doesn't concern you. But you know, I just have to give a little update. But the main course. I've been loving and hyping this game, Pragmata, up for at least a fucking year or some shit. Ever since I saw that reveal, that shit has been on my mind since like 2023, my nigga. So that shit was on my radar. And you know, as all of you were, I was very skeptical about this game. But I knew it had something. Like that music and just the art style and just how the cutscenes looked. It looked very, very unique and cool. Especially coming from Capcom, which is a AAA company. Seeing this experimental take on a video game really put this game in sights for me. So I was like, okay, I'm kind of excited. And then boom. Now fast forward to the Game Awards, we see another trailer. I'm like, okay, Pragmata is looking blue and white and cool and futuristic and shit. We got the moon and the earth. Boom. Demo drops. And I'm playing that shit. And within like the first 5 minutes, I'm like, oh shit, wait, hold up. This is fire. Like, what the fuck? This is the best third-person shooter I've ever played, combined with the hacking system that's just fucking satisfying. And I played the demo, I kid you not. Is it still on my account? Please be. Please? Please, my nigga, please. Please. It's not my account anymore. Okay, I'll find my screenshot, but I had like fucking 17 or 16 hours in that demo. I was replaying it constantly to get better run times and everything. That shit was so fucking satisfying. And you know, I played it enough to where I really wanted to see what the lore was about, so I researched the Capcom site. I looked into the producers, the director, everything, and I made a whole video right here that you can go check out on my channel. It's called Why Pragmata Will Be a Cult Classic, The Foundation. Now, this video is part of a two-part series, so again, if you want a part 2, get this video to at least 1,000 views and I got you. I will edit the part 2. But you know, if no one's really giving a fuck, I'll probably edit it on my own time. It might take a bit more time, but if y'all want that video out, because I got more to say about this game, and this was made before the game came out. My goal was to release it, like release the entire video before the game came out, but you know, life happens and I was only able to release half of the video. But this half still explains a good bit on why I think this will be a cult classic, because again, I predicted everything. I predicted basically, like, the thesis is that people are gonna overlook this game heavily for like the first few months, maybe even year, and over time a very dedicated fan base is gonna build for this game because they know it's fucking fire and they're gonna push it to people over time. But again, this is a type of game where this is not intuitive. Like, it doesn't seem like a game that a lot of people would like, but I'm telling you, give it a try, play it. At least play the demo. But you know, with the price tag, even though this is like, this game does everything right. This is a $60 game in 2026. Do you know how rare that is? Capcom is really trying to feed, or director Young Key, I would say, because that's actually, I feel like he might decide what the price of the game is. I'm not sure, but I feel like he had a say in that. He is really for the gamers. He made a game that is for gamers. So, why am I really making this video? Because we're already seeing the user reviews overwhelmingly positive. Do you know how rare that is for a game to have within its first release day? This is the first day that the game came out. It is the 18th, and it has overwhelmingly positive. Now, I don't know how long the game is and how long these people have been playing, but 10 hours, like 3 hours, 15 hours. But again, a lot of fucking good reviews. Like, the game is now, I can't say this confidently because I was streaming while I was playing the game, so I think that had an effect on my PC. But the game... Sorry, I'm watching my grandpa on Discord as I'm talking to y'all. But, you know, I have to get this video out. I am very dedicated right now. The game is seemingly optimized. I gotta really tweak it just to see, because, you know, as a streamer or like just a YouTuber, when you record games on OBS, it takes a chunk of your CPU and also your graphics card and also your fucking RAM too. So that might have an effect on how the game plays, but Seemingly for other people, it's running smooth. Also on the PS5 and PS5 Pro, if you see here, I looked into the FPS. This is 60 frames per second on performance mode. That's really good for a game of this high fidelity. And then on PS5 Pro, it enhances this to a locked 60 a locked 60 FPS with higher fidelity and a 120 FPS mode. 120 frames per second? I don't think I've heard a game on the PS5 Pro that has done that before that is like 3D. What other game has that? I'm trying to see games that can run at 120 FPS on PS5 Pro. Okay. Okay. I take it back. I think a good amount of games on the PS5. It says God of War, Horizon, Resident Evil 4 Village, Marvel Spider-Man 2. Okay. I did not know that the PS5 Pro was rocking like that. Okay, this shit is just doing shit for real. Okay. This is still, surprising to me though. And it's cool that it's not optimized to run on the fucking PS5 Pro. Just across the board, let's see like the Switch 2 performance as well. Okay, I'm not gonna watch this video, but it says in handheld mode, Pragmata on Switch 2 runs very well with good performance due to VRR, but docked mode slips into low 50s to high 40s. That is not bad at all. Low 50s to high 40s for Pragmata, a game that looks that fucking good on a Switch 2. This is hardware that is equivalent to like a PS4, so that is crazy. That's fucking beautiful, man. But yes, okay, now I keep saying that the main reason I'm making this video is to look at the reviews, and that's what we're gonna do now. So I just want to see what people are saying. So this comes from Spooky Noodle. Most fun I've had in a AAA in forever. Game runs absolutely beautifully on my Linux as well. Had one crash 10-minute on Proton 9, but moving to the Proton Experimental resolved that issue. Game runs on high settings without any noticeable performance hit, though I haven't found a way to check exact FPS. Onto the actual game. They have integrated the hacking system right on top of the FPS controller. You swap between managing hacking or aiming by holding Alt with the mouse, providing input for both. This sounds inconvenient in theory, but holy crap, it works well. That's what I was fucking saying, man. It's like it sounds and looks like it's fucking retarded, like. So yes, everyone, even my fucking cow in Louisiana, thought that this shit was gonna be buns, too confusing, too hard. But my nigga, that shit was fucking. What just dropped? Sorry. But my nigga, that shit was far from the truth. This game is the most satisfying game I've played in years. It feels so crisp and optimized and clean, bro. Okay, and then another thing that I pointed out inside my review that I will drop if you get it to 1,000 views, please. It says that the progression is linked to several different trees between you and your weapons, Diana and her hacking, and the shelter with its expedition prep. So what does he mean by expedition prep? The director the producer kind of went into how the game is meant to be played. It's not really meant to just be fucking, you just keep progressing throughout the story and just go forward. Like, everything is based around the shelter and going back and forth and like experimenting and trying different runs and builds and stuff. That's where the replayability really comes in, and that's where I think that the game, or like it, one of these IGN reviews that I might pull up in this video, I'm not sure if I'll put it on the screen, but yeah, it was either a Eurogamer article or an IGN article or something, but one of these articles basically compared it to like Monster Hunter, where you constantly go back to like your main hub area, try out different things, go back into the field and retry different bosses in different ways. That's what this game is all about. And that is another thing that is very cool about this game, because there's not a lot of games that even have that type of gameplay loop in it. So for this game, that's fire. Let's read another short review. Okay, so this says, based off the intro sequence, the introduction of combat and upgrade systems, this feels like a PS3, Xbox 360 era single player game. I can already tell I'll be sobbing big time. That Space of Us. Okay, so he enjoyed that shit. Okay, boom. And I'll read one more. This guy is named Alan. He has 15 hours. Holy shit. Okay, this says, really love this new IP. It feels like a dad simulator, and Diana doing kid stuff, like being annoying, scribbling on huge suits, or asking lots of questions really adds to the game. The world is mysterious, the visuals are stunning, the bond between the characters adds a sweet heart to all the futuristic chaos, strange, stylish, and full of charm. I hope this fun chaos with Diana is till the end of the game and not make me cry. Definitely a journey worth taking. So, the thing with a lot of these reviews is that they can already tell they're gonna feel something. Again, if you listen to the song Memories Are You and actually dissect it, which I did inside my video, or not inside the video that I posted, but I have this all written down. I have been predicting this for 2 months. I was really researching this game like a fucking researcher. I know everything about Pragmata. I can already tell you, this game will end on a sad note, and that's okay. We like games like that. We like sadness. We like emotions. Embrace that shit. It really does seem like this game is gonna end on a sad note, and it's gonna resonate with a lot of people that actually play the fucking game. So, if this isn't enough to convince you to play this game, seeing all of these good ass reviews, because mind you, a game like Crimson Desert had a completely different atmosphere when that game dropped. It could have went like this, but obviously there were things that were wrong with the game enough for people to refund it or not want to play, or it doesn't feel intuitive. Even though I love Crimson Desert, I think that's a fantastic game. Just understand that it is rare for a game to have overwhelmingly positive reviews out the gates on Steam. At most, it's like positive to very positive, or kind of positive, but this is overwhelmingly positive. Are you serious? And it's only 2,000 reviews. This is not, again, I don't think it's gonna really do the best for Capcom, but that's okay. We as players and as YouTubers and streamers have to throw that word out there, because like even the last trailer had 200k views. That's it. For a game of this stature that is actually good, that is not a lot of views, man. We need at least 1 million views on these trailers, but this game wasn't getting that shit. Just look at these trailers, man. Look, bruh. 400,000. 70k. What? 500k. What? 30k. What? Like the only trailers that got a lot of attention that is deserving of a game of this stature is like the first trailer. 3 million views. That's the most that we ever fucking got in life. But again, 200k. What? 100k. That's nothing, bro. We need more eyes on this game. But for some reason, people keep overlooking the game. I don't really understand why, man. Like, is it the art style? Is it the characters? Is it the strange gameplay system? Like, what's making people write this game off? I don't understand. But again, if you were any of those people, I kid you not, people will, like, I don't think people are going to glaze this game just to glaze it. Like, they're obviously having a great time. They can see that this game is of quality and is very underrated. So, hey, man, play this demo. Like, Capcom is giving you all of the tools to enjoy this game. Play the demo, see if you like the demo, the gameplay. Boom. Didn't actually buy the fucking game, man. Because we need games like this to be known in the gaming industry that we like these type of games. If we just let this game die or like not really get as much shine as it should, they're not gonna make a game like this anymore. This is the most creative game I've seen in a long time from a AAA company. Again, AAA companies do not take risks like this, so this is very rare. And it's cool that Capcom is the one to do this, because they did this in the past with Dragon's Dogma. That was a risk to take for a game, but you know, that garnered a very cult-like fan base, man, enough to get a sequel, even though the sequel I didn't really like compared to the original property, but I digress. It's cool that Capcom is always taking risks, it seems, with new IPs. It might have taken fucking 10 years or 14 years for this game to actually release and for them to drop a new IP, but hey, man, we're here. And you know, all I really want to make sure is that this director Yonki Cho gets to make another game, man, because he has a knack for good gameplay, good music selection, good art style, good everything about this game, man. And it will be sad if he cannot make like a sequel or like a spin-off or anything, because this game doesn't get enough sales, man. So run this game up, man, please. My name is Riku, and I'm out. Peace.
Riku!